What's up guys, it's Tomtenz here, and today I'm gonna talk about Cataclysm, my experience with it, and its top 5 best and worst moments. And the fifth is always like the worst of the best, and the first one is the best of the best, basically. Alright, so let's start with the positive, because, you know, it gives us to a good start, I guess. The fifth one is difficulty in heroics. In Cataclysm, they said that they would bring back that Burning Crusade experience, that you actually have to CC again. And that was actually true. In the beginning of Cataclysm, I did dungeons in, you know, normal dungeons and also heroics. And those heroics were really freaking hard. I mean, I remember being in dead mines for hours trying to kill those last bosses, which was really pain. But I remember that just by the fact that it was a good thing. It was actually something you had to fight for. And in Cataclysm, there was not a lot of that. Firelands is my fourth. Why Firelands is because I have a great experience there, but also I think it was a really good dungeon or raid until the nerfs, obviously. But the nerfs gave me more opportunity to actually go into heroic, which I'm gonna talk about more. Now the third is Lore of Deathwing. What do I mean by that? What I mean is, basically, throughout Cataclysm, you see this big dragon, and also in the trailer, you see this big dragon destroying the world, as we knew it once. And during these raids, they mention Deathwing all the time, and when you quest, maybe, you see a big-ass dragon flying above you, shooting down fire, and maybe killing you, and you get an achievement, yay. But then in the end of Cataclysm, you actually get revenge and kill that bastard. Also in Looking for Raid, which comes in as my top worst. Alright, so the second one is the nerfs. The nerfs, what I mean by that is not the raid nerfs, I mean the class nerfs. Most of the time in Cataclysm, I played a Shadow Priest. And Shadow Priest got nerfed in patch 4.3, and that I learned a lot from that, just by the fact that in the beginning the Shadow Priests were like, if you had the same rotation before 4.3, and if you did that same rotation in 4.3, you did really bad DPS. I didn't come into Dragon Soul because my DPS was so bad. And I had to, you know, I didn't just change class. Oh, yeah, you know, fuck priests, they suck now. Let's go on to a freaking another character. No, I made the best of the worst, and basically, or not worst, but I made the best situation for Shadow Priest, in my opinion. That I actually, you know, theory crafted, came up with a rotation that I liked, and that actually increased my DPS a lot. And I learned so much from that, and you know, I don't want to be a person who just jumps from character to character and has it easy all the time just playing a really OP class. Alright, the first one in the top best is the guilds and the people. Now the people in the guilds were freaking amazing. Then again, obviously there's bad people as well, which I'm gonna go into in the negativity part. But the guild I was in Cataclysm, I was in 2 guilds. Or actually, I think I was in more guilds, but 2 memorable guilds. The first one, I had a lot of experience with. We cleared raids, or not, we cleared Firelands, basically. It took us a really long time, we struggled so much, but at the end we did some Firelands heroic also, with the nerfs that came in. But it was a really good time, just by the fact that I had the opportunity to grow my channel with, you know, boss fights and everything. And at the end of every single boss fight, when they die, you hear this, oh fuck yeah, we kill a boss. And you know, looking back at that, it's freaking awesome. I really love that. And also, we disbanded though, and or the guild went to shit just by the fact that there were some bad people, I guess, not really bad attendance. And basically what happened was I left the guild and joined another one called Feedback now. I couldn't be more happy. They are fucking awesome. They are like the best people ever. I mean, the people there are so awesome. There's 10 people. Those 10 people comes into the guild, comes into every single raid. They accept, and if they don't accept, you still, you know, yeah, he's gonna show up. There's the same people. We have none as backup, which is amazing. For a lot of guilds, there are so many backups, and maybe just 3 people signs, and you don't even get a raid. That I actually experienced with my first guild, but the people there was freaking awesome. Alright, let's go into the negativity part. Alright, so the 5th. The dungeon patch, to be honest. The dungeon patch was freaking bad. The 4.3, the... what's it called? I think it's the Hour of Twilight, the Well of Eternity, those dungeons. It was like free gear. It was pretty simple. You didn't have to like see some tactics or something. You just, you know, pure nuke. You got like violence gear from it. So the people, what I'm trying to say here is, you don't actually have to. Violence got replaced by dungeons, which fucking sucked, because from Violence, you know, that was the raid before Dragon Soul, and from, you know, taking that gear from Violence, putting your experience up to that, and going into Dragon Soul, that's what I wanted. I bet there's a lot of people that actually didn't do Firelands, that just did the Hour of Twilight and stuff to actually go into Firelands, or Dragon Soul, which, in my opinion, just sucked. Okay, so the 4th worst thing is the attendance. It has something to do with the people, obviously, but the attendance. There was so much struggle between, like, we had DKP, there was a lot of people who whined about it. And, you know, once you are in a raid, you get DKP. If you're not in the raid, you don't get DKP. It's Dragon Kill Points, basically. And once you get Dragon Kill Points, you have a higher chance of getting gear. You, like, collect score. The more score you have, you get gear. And the people just whine about, oh my god, I never get gear, blah, 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 blah. And that was freaking annoying, to be honest. And that actually ruined a part of the guild I was in. Now, the people themselves, and I'm not saying just in a guild, I'm saying in a whole, like, in the whole community, basically. Now, what I hate about the people is they wanted stuff that was so easy. I'm not gonna say that, like, actually I'm gonna be a bit rough here. I think that the people that are actually social demanded so much from Blizzard, and if they didn't get that, if they didn't get the easy demands, they left the game, and Blizzard would lose so much money. It was almost like a blackmail, in my opinion. So that might sound ridiculous, but I mean, I don't know how else to put it. They want so much, and, you know, oh my god, this is so hard. I'm not saying it wasn't hard. It probably was pretty hard the first times, but, you know, if you look back into Burning Crusade, it took months before you actually killed what's it called, Caliph Sunstrider in Tempest Keep. Now in Dragon Soul, on my server, there was a server first day Dragon Soul came out, and I mean, that was really, really depressing. And I think a lot of the people that don't play so much, but I actually want to experience stuff without actually fighting for it or struggling for it. It just ruins the game, in my opinion. Now the nerfs, that Blizzard actually had to go along with these demands, or not demands, but, you know, what the people wanted, or the majority of people, and, you know, that sucks, because I don't think there's a lot of serious players out there anymore, not as much as in Burning Crusade. So, but the nerfs, that was, oh my god. Okay, right, you can nerf it a bit, but you don't have to nerf it like 40% and then 20% more or something. It was something like that in Firelands, for example. There was so many nerfs, and the depressing thing is, a lot of guilds didn't even clear Firelands on my server with all these nerfs, which is, oh my god, I mean, it annoys the hell out of me. Like, alright, sure, here you go. Bam! 60% nerf. You nerf the health. You nerf their damage so you can actually heal, blah 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 blah. Yeah, right, you could actually heal, but I mean, it was very annoying. And the same thing with Dragon Soul. They've nerfed it to the bone. At the end of the expansion, everyone can clear Dragon Soul Heroic. And if you can't, I'm not saying you're bad, but probably you're playing with bad players. Now, the first thing, the top worst thing, and I think you can actually agree with this, is the looking for raid. Oh my god, I get so pissed about that, just by the fact that in looking for raid, I did it. I wanted to see what it was, and what it is basically a Dragon Soul normal actually got nerfed, and the looking for raid is actually 40% easier than the actual Dragon Soul. I think it's 40% easier anyways. So, you know, the socials can have fun. Yay! The only problem is, once you win an item in LFR, there you get tons of whispers saying, oh, can I have that? Like, why the fuck do you think I rolled for it? Obviously, there's some trolls there, and like having... Let's say like, oh yeah, I want to troll with these people. These guys don't deserve gear. This is looking for raid, you know, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna need it anyways for gold because it profits me more. It profits me more than it profits them because they're probably not gonna do shit with it because they don't know their class. Blah blah blah. Looking for raid are so bad in my opinion. Yes, you do get to learn to fight. That's pretty nice. You know, there's not all negativity, but mostly I think it is, because once you've done LFR, and it's really easy, you clear boss after boss after boss, and you don't even have to do the tactics. You could just pure nuke, tank and spank, all the things, and you get free gear, and that sucks. The thing is also that you ruins the experience. If you're actually going into Dragon Soul, but you've done LFR before, you ruin the experience. What's gonna happen at the end? What's gonna happen at the last boss? Well, I already know that because I did LFR. Obviously, you have a choice to actually do LFR or not, but, you know, it annoys the hell out of me. And I think LFR ruins people's... I mean, the people that actually do LFR, I think they can actually learn so much more if LFR wasn't there, you know, improving their DPS, improving them as a class, improving them as a person, maybe. You know, you actually have to do something. You actually have to work to get something, you know, instead of just, oh, Blizzard, can I get that? Okay, yay! And then 2 weeks later, oh yeah, I want this as well. It's like, it's not, oh my god, some of the people are like a baby. They want stuff, and then, like, when they've got it, they want even more. Alright, guys, that's been everything for me, and in my opinion, Cataclysm was, yeah, it sucked. No, but I'm looking forward to Mists of Pandaria. I hope it's gonna be so much better, but who knows, there are pandas involved, so not a good start, no. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.